Alright, just thought I'd record a short tutorial on how to make a simple unit test for the unit testing system. The first thing to do is download the template mission from the GitHub. I'll link that in the description, and then you just open that one in the mission editor. So by default it's got player blue hornet here against the red AI hornet. You can delete these if you're not using those for your test. And apart from that, the mission template only contains three things. So in triggers, as on mission start, it sets active pause to on. This is so flat model changes don't invalidate the test. So let's say if we're testing Hellfires and the Apache flat model changes, you don't want it to start spinning you out of control and now your weapon misses because the flat models change. This prevents that. And then on mission start, we initialize the networking. This runs a script that sets up the communication with the unit testing script that will run this track, and it'll also work if you don't have that installed. And then on mission end, it runs a default script I've made called onMissionEnd.lua. This asserts that the track was successful if every red unit is dead or damaged. If there are any red units that are alive or have taken no damage, then it says the test is a failure. So this covers most weapon testing cases. So I'll put down a blue Apache, lower the altitude a bit, set as player and give it Hellfires, and I'll drop a red BTR 80 as our target for this test. And that's it. So now I can just go into Fly and record the track. So I'll use George for this engagement just to keep it simple, but you could also obviously swap to the gunner seat and do your Hellfire engagement manually, and that could be another test you do. Once you've sort of created a very simple mission of the Apache's here and I'm hitting a target, you can test all sorts of weapons against it and record them as separate tracks. So you can see in the top right corner it says active pause on, and it says the unit tester mod's not installed, but this is fine if you're just recording tracks. So now I'll jump in and I'll get George to engage the target. And there we go. Okay, instead, so when I click quit, because I'm just testing locally, this fake error message will pop up telling you what the result of the mission, of the test would be. So in this case, because the only red unit in the mission is dead, it says test result true. So just to verify it's all working correctly, and then I could save this track out. And you can send that to me on Discord or do a GitHub pull request. But now to test what it would be like if the Hellfire failed to fire, didn't track or something, I can just go in and quit the mission immediately, and then because the red unit's alive, it should say test result failed. And because we've tested both use cases, we know it'll return false when the unit doesn't die, and it'll return true when it gets successfully engaged. Alright, so I just quit immediately, and you can see here, test result false. So it's a very simple way to create a quick unit test, and you can do this with any module. The structure's pretty straightforward. Thanks for watching.